Hi, welcome to the 9th episode of A Little Passionate. I'm your host, Brittany, and on today's episode, I brought my husband, Britnell, back for all things Christmas. We're going to continue the conversation, especially bouncing off of the last episode that we talked about all things like decor and just, Christmas traditions and things like that. So we're going to continue that with this episode as well. It's going to be festive and fun, and we're going to be sharing with you guys just our own traditions, things that we enjoy about the holiday. And so we're just going to dive right in. I had actually recently posted on Instagram just asking the question, what are some of your favorite Christmas memories? And I had some people respond, and I just wanted to share a few of those. And one of the things that they shared was my favorite memory is making tamales with my mom. And I thought that that was just so sweet and special because it just reminded me of, all the times that we gather around the table with our families, especially at the holidays, and just, how we all have that favorite meal that we are excited to share together. And so I really liked that. And then the other response that I got was when Santa brought us our first puppy Christmas morning in his Santa sack.
Oh, goodness.
I thought that was so cute. I really liked that one. I just can't imagine. I'd lose it.
You'd lose your mind.
But I thought that was really sweet. And then another response that I got was going out to the woods every year with my brothers and finding the perfect tree. And I just thought how special, I don't know. It's very different from anything that I've ever experienced. But we did one year go to a Christmas tree farm and go pick out a tree. And I really liked, having a real tree.
The smell in the house, all that good stuff. I mean, we still have to clean up the
flocking
that falls off this, so it's not really any different from having to sweep up the needles.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then I actually had another response, and they were talking about how their grandparents would make ornaments and how sometimes they would even paint ornaments and they would attach them to the gift for them. And I thought that was really a neat way to just add a cool, tag to a gift. And I don't know, I really like packaging a lot. And so I thought that was really sweet. And, for me, I love the idea and I love receiving gifts that are just really beautifully packaged and, they're ornate and have, an awesome bow and everything matches and stuff. But I am not that kind of wrapper myself. I try. I have really good intentions to be. And it's funny because I am such a perfectionist in a lot of other ways.
Just not wrapping.
Absolutely not. I just don't have the patience or the time. And for me, I also am the kind of person that I don't want to have to wait to Christmas to even give somebody a gift or open up a gift myself. So there's the other side of me where it's I don't even care if it's wrapped. I just want to open it. Just give it to me now in the Amazon package and I'll be happy because I don't know. I love receiving gifts. And I don't mean that in a selfish way, but that really is my love language.
Yeah.
I really enjoy
it didn't have to be any crazy ornate gifts.
No.
Honestly, if I just show up with a candy bar, I picked up a snack up on the way home or a Dr. Pepper or something like that. Hey, I got you a little special treat. It goes a long way.
Yeah, definitely. And so as we look at, just the holiday season, we're talking about just being intentional, creating those Christmas memories. And one of the things that we've done the last several years, as a family, we have gone to Silver Dollar City.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that is in Branson. And we really enjoy it. And it's so much fun. They've got it all. They've got shopping. They've got roller coasters and, all kinds of things. Yeah. Shows, food, you name it, it's there. But one of the biggest reasons why we like to go this time of year is all the Christmas lights.
Lots of Christmas lights.
Yeah, there are over 6.5 million lights. And then I think I read there's an area in the park that's called Midtown. I believe that just in that area alone, I think it was I think they said it was over 1 million lights just in that specific area.
Wow.
Which is insane because really, honestly, that area is not expansive. So that's a lot of lights.
It's kind of tight right there. I think that's they just have some different buildings and shops. That's not where a lot of the rides are.
Yeah.
And so I think they use a lot of that blank space to really canvas it with some really neat lights, because even some of the light designs they put they actually add to the size of the building.
Yeah.
Some of them are smaller, but they use railing and stuff to make it look like an even bigger building.
Yeah, they've got some really cool like displays, and I always just enjoy going and walking in the lights, and it's so cool. It's so much fun. And then this year we did the train ride.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted to ride it, especially because we talked about it in my last episode with Terry. She just made me really want to go. And we go every year, but she kind of helped me to find some new things to do. So this year we rode the Christmas train, and it was fun because they did like a sing along, and it was really neat. And when we went, it wasn't quite dark yet.
It was almost there.
It was
you could
almost
still
there.
see the lights.
Yes, yeah, but let me tell you, it was cold. So I can't imagine going later on at night because we were already cold. But the nice thing about when you go there is that you can warm up in the wintertime, like going to shows. So we went to a lot of shows this year. We went to A Christmas Carol, and I really, really loved it. I was very impressed.
Yeah, they did a really good job just incorporating different technological things to tell this story.
Yeah.
And they did a great job, but beyond that, the people acting and singing, it was just really engaging. It was a good time.
And I like just how creative it all was. Like they did a really, really good job of just telling the story in a fun and engaging way. And then we went to like a saloon show, and it was all Christmas themed. And we always like to go to the saloon show, but it's fun whenever they do like a different story.
Yeah, and this year they kind of poked fun at past Christmas shows that they do around the park, like A Christmas Carol or It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
And then I think at one point, they just made fun of a random movie, Christmas movie that they had never done a show for. Oh, they did Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that's what it wasn't even Christmas. It's silly and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, like I love it because it is such a great like family experience. Like it is so much fun. So if you have never been to Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri, you got to go. It is really cool. It's definitely worth it. You should definitely experience it at Christmas time. But even when we went in October for Halloween, it was so fun.
Yeah,
they have like a
pumpkin sculptures.
Yes. Oh yeah, they have an incredible just whole display of pumpkins, and they have a guy there. He's the master carver.
Yeah.
And we went to his like exposition where he showed like how he carves and gave some tips on carving pumpkins. That was actually really cool, very entertaining. But there's tons of I don't want to even say a number because it won't be accurate, but it's a lot of pumpkins, and you would be surprised how many are real. And then just like how many are just the like the foam ones that he carves into.
And he's carved most of them
himself. Yeah, it's incredible. And they do a really neat light display for that too, like with the Foggy Hollow. It reminds me of like Harry Potter. I think that they need to do like Christmas version of Foggy Hollow, still like Harry Potter-esque. Because I mean,
there's a Christmas portion on every Harry Potter.
Exactly. So you could get away with watching Harry Potter in the season because it has Christmas.
Yeah, just like a little 15-minute scene about Christmas.
It's worth it to me.
You hear Ron say, "Happy Christmas, Harry."
Yes, exactly. And speaking of movies, that's one thing that we really enjoy this time of year. I mean, we do love movies. I would say like we're big on movies, but we love to go to see the movies, like go to a movie theater on Christmas Day.
Yeah, usually it's not a Christmas movie. But, the past few years, Star Wars movies have been coming out on Christmas.
Yeah, so it seems like this year it's going to be Wonka or The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which I'd be happy with either one.
Yeah,
I think it'd be really cool. I think this year is going to be nice to not see Star Wars. I do like Star Wars though, but it was a lot of Star Wars there for a while.
Last year we didn't watch Star Wars, but I don't remember what we watched.
I don't either. It's just a fun experience either way, whether it's just, something we've just been really wanting to see or, it's just so fun either way.
Did we rewatch Spider-Man?
Probably.
That might have been.
It sounds like something we would do. But yeah, we really love doing that. And of course, just watching Christmas movies in general. We seem to, especially like in this season, we make it a point to at least watch, one a week.
Yeah, I'd say so. If not two. Especially you get into the weekend. If we have free time, we're not busy with church stuff. We'll try to watch like maybe one on Friday night, one on Saturday night. But what's your favorite Christmas movie, or some of your favorite Christmas movies, I should say, that we watch here at home? Like that's a must. You watch it every year, no matter what.
Well, every year we always watch The Holiday.
Yes.
We always watch The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey version.
Yeah.
We did watch the new animated version the other day. Yeah. Well, we didn't finish it, but
we'll get there.
We'll get there. But it was really cute. And we always watch the Santa Claus movies.
Yes. Gotta watch some Tim Allen Santa Claus.
I love them. We tried the not Netflix. I got that wrong.
The Disney Plus show. The first season was all right. I haven't started the second.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Wasn't bad. But those are like I would say, our must watch that we always, come around to watching every year.
What's been like some of your surprised by? Like what's a movie that really surprised you?
The Genie.
The Genie?
The Genie surprised me the most. And that is a movie that you introduced to me on Peacock. Yeah. And I think it's because like when I saw the trailer, I was like, that looks kind of weird. I didn't know if I'd like it. But I say this because I'm not really a comedy person, honestly.
Romantic
comedy, yes.
She's there for it all day.
But it was reading like
it's more straight
comedy, and that's just not. I'm not into that. That's just me personally. But I really enjoyed it, and I did cry. I wasn't like sobbing, but I did cry at the end. It was a really cute movie, and just made me happy. It was a really good movie.
Would you watch it again this Christmas season?
Yeah, I would watch it again. It's that good. And I recommend it for other people to watch because I think you're going to be surprised. It's really good. And then another movie that we watched, and I really do think that I think that there's some Christmas themes in it.
I think there were Christmas decorations around what was going on.
This was a Netflix movie. Yeah. And we didn't really know a lot about it, but we just happened upon it.
I just picked it at random.
Yeah, and this was Love at First Sight.
Yeah.
And it was so cute. Oh, I loved that movie. And now that is the movie. I sobbed. I blubbered like a baby.
Snot everywhere.
It's so good. And here's the thing, it wasn't sad. It was so sweet. And the way that they wrapped the movie up perfectly.
Because she likes rapping.
Yeah, I do. But like with movies, I really like it to go kind of, I guess, above and beyond just your typical ending.
She doesn't want like an ending where everybody ends smiling. She wants to know like, where did your kids go to college? Mm-hmm. What's your retirement plan look like?
Yeah, I want everything to be wrapped up nicely, and I want to have the details. I want to know what happens to their lives after they get married. I want to know what happens to their life, whenever they've moved somewhere, or just, like what happens next. So I really enjoy movies that just take the story a little bit deeper. And this movie,
it gave you everything.
It really did. It took the cake. This to me was like the best ending of a movie I've seen.
It's like your new favorite love story movie.
It's really good. There's some that just can't be beat for me, but
would you watch that one again this season?
Yes, I would. It was really good, and this one was cool because it had like different accents in it, and
it's American Girl, British dude.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. It was really good. That one was awesome. And then I didn't think about this, but I guess sometimes we do watch like Harry Potter and stuff at Christmas time.
Yeah, we'll start around Halloween.
Yeah. Because
they're all really long movies. Mm-hmm. We finish around Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done that before. And then another thing that we like to do is just getting in the car and driving around like neighborhoods and looking at Christmas lights.
Oh my. Talk about a good time. But you always have to have some hot cocoa or coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, this time when we went and stopped by Seven Brew, and it was awesome. So hopefully you have Seven Brew where you live, and if you don't, I'm sorry, but
it's coming your way.
Yes, it is. I guarantee you, it's yeah.
It started here, and I know there's some in Missouri and Texas now.
Yeah, they're popping up. Yeah, it's
pretty great.
It's good. So we stopped by Seven Brew, and then we made our way through town, and we went to one neighborhood that was just so impressive because they actually had lots of lights.
Yeah, it was, sometimes you have to hunt for them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to really spend some time, maybe listening to other people talk about them or like some of the lights they've seen. And I know, I know where the rich neighborhoods are around here. And so we went to one, and almost every house
Mm-hmm.
was lit up with something, and it was wild. You don't see it that lit up that much.
No, one of the things that I really enjoyed this year were all the lights on the lawn, not just inflatables, but they would have like designs
Yeah, they would
in the
like
lawn.
line the edge of the houses, and then because these are like dual driveways, like
Yeah,
wraparound drives, like
pristine
they
landscaping.
would like line the edges of like their driveways
Mhm.
with lights and different things like that.
Yeah, and some have different
The
themes.
ornament archway.
Oh, the ornament archway. If I wouldn't have fully been trespassing on their property, I would have taken a picture under that ornament archway because it was so pretty. Oh, it was beautiful. But we did come across
I was
that.
about to say, speaking of almost trespassing,
Yeah, we did come across these two houses, which is not usual. That both were participating in like a light show, so you could turn on your radio, and they had a fully programmed light show. But it was two houses together.
yeah, I've never seen that. I always see like there's the one guy
Yeah.
that's going ham,
Mm-hmm.
and then the person next to him has like one inflatable.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was two houses. So that was pretty spectacular. And it was so funny because I mean, I was, of course I loved it and I'm over the top. And so I see that as the show is wrapping up, I'm like, clapping,
In our car,
cheering.
we have the windows down. And
Yeah.
It's cold outside.
Yeah. And then the guy who lives in this house, in one of the houses, he pulls right past me. And I'm like, great job. Thank you so much. It was so good.
Yeah.
I don't know if he heard me, but I let him know. It was awesome.
And they had a 20-foot frosty.
Yeah. I did have to step out of the car and take a picture with that.
I challenged her and said, "You're a chicken if you don't do it."
Yeah.
And she did.
Well, I said I was already planning on doing it.
She said,
And so I hopped out of the car, and I technically was standing on the sidewalk, so I couldn't get in trouble. And I took a picture with it, and it was so cool. I really liked it. It was huge, and I'm a person who is pro inflatables. I love the Christmas inflatables. I think they're so much fun.
I say the more the merrier.
Yeah, and right now we just have one in our yard, but I'm hoping that the collection will grow over time. We have a Grinch, and I really do like it. And our house is cute because it looks like a gingerbread house. But yeah, I don't know. I love the season. I love the lights. I just love the joy. Like it's just brings you back to your childhood. Just the simple joys in life, like getting in the car and going and looking at Christmas lights and.
And we got to listen to Christmas tunes.
Oh, of course. And, I did think it was really cute because I don't know if you noticed this, but when we were driving around looking at lights, there was a dad who drove past us and he had his windows down too. And he had his daughter in the car with him. And I thought it was so sweet. And I was like, this is what Christmas is. And I don't know. I really loved it. But yes, you have to have the Christmas tunes. And this year, I actually like Christmas music.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
That's a good question.
I always like the one that goes, "Oh by gosh, by golly."
Oh yeah, it's time for mistletoe and holly. Yeah, that's a good one. I like a lot of Christmas songs. I like Melakaliki Maka.
Oh, the Hawaiian.
Yeah, it's cute. I like Holly Jolly Christmas. Yeah.
But what kind of Christmas music are you into lately?
I really like lo-fi Christmas music. I'm really enjoying that, and we've been listening to it like in the car, at the house, and
it's quite relaxing.
It is. It's just soothing, and I really like it. And I don't know. I was listening to it whenever I was preparing for a message on Sunday, and I really enjoyed it, and it was just cool.
I think for me, I got sour with Christmas music for a while because when I was younger, I worked in retail, and if you work in retail, you know that when the season hits, it's nothing but Christmas music all day.
Now, see, I don't think I would like that at all. Like, I would...
It'd drive you nuts.
Oh, yeah.
You need some variety.
You do. You definitely do. But it's nice that you can just press play and press pause whenever you want to. So I've enjoyed it more this year than I have in years past. But I also am like a radio listener, and
Oh, I'm not.
Brittle is
I
not.
prefer like picking my playlist on Spotify. Like I want to be in control of what I'm listening to. I don't want to hear garbage.
Yeah, which I love listening to the radio. I don't know. I always have. I can't get away from it. So every time I go to like pick Brittle up or we switch and stuff, he'll instantly be going to Spotify instead because he doesn't want to listen to the radio.
I just don't want the commercials.
Yeah, I do understand that perspective of it, but yeah, we've really been enjoying just kind of finding some new, new stuff to listen to, new stuff to watch this season. For Britnell, he usually likes like the classics for Christmas.
Do you like White Christmas? Great movie.
We liked that one.
The cheesy Hallmark stuff or Holiday Inn.
Holiday
You're talking
Inn.
about Holiday Inn, yeah. I think that one was on Amazon Prime.
So cute, and that's one I wasn't expecting that I would like. I'm not really into the old
and it's
movies.
Black and white.
It is black and white, and I watched it and actually really liked it. The story was very good.
I grew up on oldies.
Yeah, so he grew up like on even just like the old like Frosty. Because when we were at the parade at Silver Dollar City, they had like the old school.
Yeah, people were like they had different like what's like the mascot looking suits, but these characters, and Brittany's like,
I don't know who they were.
What snowman is that? Like, what movie is that snowman from? And I was like, that's the Frosty from the Rudolph movie.
Yeah.
What Rudolph movie?
I didn't watch
the claymation one.
Yeah, so he was into all that stuff growing up, and I just, not my thing. But that's okay.
Fun stuff.
To each their own, You may be listening to this and saying, what? How did you not experience that? But I don't know. I watched other things. I was actually thinking about, do you remember them Disney is like Mickey Mouse and it was like Gift of the Magi?
No.
I was thinking about this. It was a full movie. I don't know. It was so cute. I just remembered that. But
Home Alone. That's one.
Oh,
I don't think we always watch that one, but now
we do get around to watching it. Or Elf. That's just like a staple. I don't just set out to watch Elf. I'm not like a person that's like, I gotta watch Elf.
She's not a Will Ferrell fan.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. Again, it goes back to comedy. I'm not a fan. But Elf is pretty good. And has Zooey Deschanel in it.
Yeah, I was about to say they end up together. So yeah. Romantic comedy.
Yeah. Okay, that is true. Good point. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoy just the simple things that, that we get to do for Christmas. And another thing that we do, one of our traditions that we've adopted, and honestly, like I really do think the origin of this thing that we do, this tradition that we do with our gifts, I think it came from a Christmas at my grandma's house where my aunt was being silly or something. And maybe it wasn't even her. Maybe it was one of her friends. I don't know. But they had written like different names on our packages, and we were all like trying to figure out who is who. And it was just so fun. But so Brittany and I, honestly, we've been doing this for a very long time.
I think since our first Christmas.
I think you're right. And so one of the things that we do that is just tradition is that when we give gifts to each other, we never write like to Britnell from Brittany or to Brittany from Britnell. Like we've never done that for Christmas. Now we do for birthdays.
Well, I might have on like our first Christmas when you first introduced it to me. And like one of your packages might have said that, and you're like, here's a neat idea.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll give you that. But we do this thing where we actually use names of like, couples that are found in the shows or movies or books that, we have been like watching that year. And it's fun because then you think about like, what movies have you enjoyed together, or what books have you been reading together, what shows have you been watching this year.
Sort of like the Love at First Sight movie. I put to Hadley from Oliver. I'm Oliver now, and I'm British.
And I'm Hadley now. And it's just fun. And I mean, I think it can probably be confusing for when we have kids of our own.
Don't care. They're going to figure it out.
Yeah, they'll get used to it. So it's just something that we've done for a long time now that I actually really enjoy. And one year, I feel like we did a whole lot of The Office.
Oh, yeah. Which we still do some staples. Like, there's new characters that we'll introduce, like if it's a movie we watched that year, books
Mhm.
we've read that year, like we've got some characters from books that
Yeah,
we're using, but we always seem to do like a Jim and Pam or
we do.
a Nick and Jess if you
Mhm.
like New Girl.
Yeah, we've done to been like from Leslie. I
Yeah,
do that one.
Parks and
Or
Rec.
we do Marvel stuff a lot.
Yeah,
So because we are really big Marvel nerds, so that's fun. But I don't know, it's something different, something fun. So if you're looking for something new to do with your family this year, that might be something to try. I mean, they might be confused for a minute, but it is fun. I
yeah,
really like it. And I think too, like, I mean, especially maybe if you stay in like the wheelhouse of things that they like,
yeah.
then it may not be that confusing.
The stuff they've connected with,
Yeah.
like if there's things that you've enjoyed as a couple or
Hmm.
in your family
Yeah.
that like it's characters you're gonna know, like for us, just Office
Hmm.
characters, Parks and Rec, New
Hmm.
Girl, Marvel characters.
Yep.
It's fun because it's stuff that on another level it just is connecting us. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're sharing gifts with one another, but just the intentionality that like, hey, you remember this, like,
Hmm.
and just kind of cherishing those memories together.
Yeah, we always laugh. It's always a good time, and there's even times that he's used characters that I forgot about that I have no clue what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And then he has to remind me. But then it's fun because then we talk about like, oh, well, don't you remember this is from this movie? And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. I actually really like that movie.
But sometimes I'll get a little cheeky with it. Like one
Yeah,
year, which normally we don't just do like
big. Yeah,
big gifts for Christmas. We just try to be really
hmm,
intentional and personal. But I got her a Nintendo Switch Lite one year, and I put to Princess Peach from Mario.
yeah.
She didn't see it coming.
No,
I put it on the box.
no clue. I was completely surprised, and he did good on that one. But yeah, we always kind of like to every year we try to do a little bit better, and just I don't know, it's fun trying to come up with names and just thinking about the things that you've gotten to enjoy that year. I don't know. That's just that for me is probably one of my favorite traditions that we do, just because it's so different, and I don't really hear other people do it.
Well,
And
now they're going to do
I
it
know,
because
hopefully they will.
you done gave it away.
I think it's fun. I think it's a neat thing to do. And I think that's the coolest thing about just this season is that you have opportunities to start new traditions.
Yeah.
And if there's something that you've been doing for a while that, just isn't feasible anymore, it's okay to try something new, to do something different. And you might find that in doing that, you've sparked a new interest in your family. Like for us, like, doing this
A
thing.
new passion.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So I just want to encourage you that it's okay to try something new. It is great to start new traditions for your family. And that's, sometimes it can be hard to navigate this season with changing traditions, with, even maybe going someplace different for Christmas than you're used to, or having a different meal than you're used to. I mean, it may not seem like those things should be a big deal, but those things hold so much weight to us because of all the memories that are attached with it. And for so many people, as time goes on, you unfortunately, aren't always going to have the same people with you at the holidays. And so I just want to encourage you to make new memories, seize those opportunities that you have with your loved ones, and try something new together. Whether it's going to the movies on Christmas Day,
Driving around looking at lights.
or trying to figure out new names for each other on a name tag, or maybe you like baking and you can do like a gingerbread competition. And
We did do that.
we
one
did,
year.
and that was fun. But I mean, honestly though, it's just a lot of mess.
It is. I mean, she posted the pictures to try and get people to
I
vote
did.
online. I made the house from Christmas with the cranks and put a snowman out the top.
Yeah.
It said free frosty and all this.
Yeah, theirs was actually really good. But I don't know. I love the season because it is so centered around just acknowledging the people that you love. And I think that it's so special that we do that because I think it's a direct reflection of how Christ loves us.
Yeah.
Because he sees us and he became the perfect sacrifice for us.
Seems pretty intentional.
Yeah, absolutely. And so like as we celebrate this season and we make space to acknowledge one another and see one another, I think that that is a direct reflection of Christ seeing us for who we are. And so like Britnell said, for us it isn't about giving each other these grand big gifts, but we really try to be intentional in the gifts that we give each other, knowing that it's a reflection of how we see one another. And it's just like knowing that especially for someone like me whose love language is receiving gifts, knowing that someone cared enough, like to even just do something at all. But then to take that extra step and give you a gift that truly like embodies who you are, I think is so special. And so those are just some of the things that, we try to do. And so just no matter where you're at, no matter what your Christmas looks like or has looked like, make space for something new this year. Put down the phone, create memories with your family, and enjoy time together, because that's what this season is all about.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't want to miss out on moments with you or when we're hanging out with any of our family. You want to be present and you want to enjoy that time you have together, because someday that time will run out.
Yep. So enjoy it while you have it. Make those memories. Try new things. Maybe try some things that we've talked about that we do. You never know. You may just catch on. And if you have any ideas of some new things that we should try, you should let me know. Maybe you could leave a comment, send me a message, find a way to communicate. I would love it. So thank you so much for joining us today on this episode, for listening in. I hope that you have found some new ideas. I hope that maybe this has brought up some memories that you've had as a child, or even now that you're experiencing with your family, just things that you love about the season. And if you will, I would really love it if you would subscribe, follow, do those things so that way you don't miss out on the next episode, because I have some really exciting things coming up in the new year. And I'm really looking forward to continuing to put out more content for you. And so I don't want you to miss out. So make sure that you subscribe. And if you did not know, I'm on YouTube. And I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting some additional content on there as well. Maybe some things that you won't see in other spaces. So make sure that you follow me there. And I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.